Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Good evening, everyone. Well, welcome. We are live round 10. So yeah, round 10, Qatar this week, equal tier. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hope you are all well. Welcome, Trev.
I was just trying to calculate out in my head after us working out when we're halfway through this season. So halfway around tonight's race, we're 2/3 of the way through the season.
Yes, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we went to a point halfway through the race. We went, oh, we're halfway through the season now. And that was it, because Sid crashed. He threw us off that point, didn't he?
Exactly. So if Sid crashes halfway through tonight, there's going to be hell to pay. So if you could crash before that, Sid, thanks. That'd be great.
Welcome, Reno. Nice to have you back. And it's nice to see you back on the track.
Matt said he's going to kick your ass, Reno. I heard him just in a party chat literally before we joined to start this stream. But you didn't hear that from me. So, shh, keep it between us.
So it is round 10, like we said a few seconds ago. Let's just get up the equal table while we wait for our drivers that are in the pits, putting on their setups and choosing probably the softs, but you never know. It is full quality, so we may see early medium runners. Excuse me. We have Kenyon leading the way and starting to gain or build himself quite a healthy lead at the top. Hound is in P2 and Val in P3, but there's again a little bit of a gap from P2 to P3. McLaren are leading the way by 15 points in the constructor table from Ferrari, and a little bit more than 15 points from Alfa Romeo.
Odin is first out on track.
Let's have a look at the tyre choices. Good evening, Alan. Hope you are well. Cedric is claiming a Reno podium. It is incoming. So yeah, we are in the fairly new Qatar. First raced in 2021, I believe. We done it. Or it was done. It's new to this game this year, but it was first race in 2021. I think it was one of those step-in races when COVID hit. It's a very bendy and windy track. Fairly full throttle. It's got to be at least a good 70-80% full throttle all the way through, isn't it?
You've kind of got me singing the Beatles song in my head along the winding road now. That's going to be an earworm for me all night now. Yes, it's very heavy on fuel, this track.
Yeah, it's very heavy on
indeed.
fuel. And not very kind on the tyres either. So do know if you do mess up one of your hot laps now, that towards the end of it, ERS round here is extremely hard to rebuild. Tyre degradation will kill you if you have to have a second run at your hot lap. And track limits is very, very crucial here.
Yes, it is. I'm fairly certain the first time we all drove it for the first time, I think there's about 6 people ran out of fuel, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah, we done this as a pre-season warm-up, didn't we? Yeah. And yeah, because it was a new one, everyone wants to do it, and it did catch a lot of people off. Good evening, Blitz. How are you? So yeah, definitely a big eye-opener in terms of usual tracks on the calendar. Fast, bendy, windy, easy to invalidate, and harsh on the car. And if you don't push, you lose half second on the corner. It is, yeah, it's one of those tracks that it's just, there's no margin for error.
Yeah,
you will lose so much.
I mean, I was going to say it's 100% concentration. I mean, it's not quite up there with Monaco, but yeah.
No, it's very easy to invalidate around here. It's just as you get Odin coming across the line, he has 122.435. Not sure how that is at the moment. That is an AlphaTauri behind, I believe. I don't know who it is. I'm not going to get there. It's Rubber Duck. Just.
Yeah, yep.
And we got a Red Bull. Nope, that was J7 coming in.
Yeah, he was just
Reno 129.
He was just doing his normal inter warm-up lap.
Sid is out early in sector 3 now. We're staying on board. Good evening, everyone. Nice to have you in the chat. Lots of you saying good evening. It's nice to see. Thank you. Cedric is P5, just behind Reno. Just behind Reno, indeed. Let's go down to Rowden. He is on an outlet.
A second.
Absolutely.
We still haven't got the answer as to why people do this and that they go out on a set of inters on a dry track. I just don't understand the reasoning behind it. I really wish somebody would tell me.
Not sure. I cannot tell you. I don't trust myself. To be fair, looking at that, those inters of Hound on that one lap that he done, that one valid lap that he's done, they're now on 18%.
Well, he was going flat out in the try, so.
But even that, you look at it, and Rumaster, who's P2, who is in the pits now, 8% your tyres will take. And that is the softs. So we do have it. J7 is he on a lap or is he? No, he's on an out lap.
Yeah, because he just had went in after his inter run. So now we are on board with Rowden. Nice to see him back racing with us. He's just about to start his hot lap as he comes down the long straight of Qatar, which is a very, very overpowered sector with DRS as well. Into the fairly flat out turn one. Barry's given me an answer to the Inter's question. The esports guys do it to make sure everybody's working correctly. Sorry, everything's working correctly and the settings are right. The league racers do it because the esports guys do. Which kind of reminds me why somebody once they were interviewing Andy Murray, they went, why do the tennis players bounce the ball so often?
Because someone's done it in the past.
And he said, I have no idea, it's just because
invalid
and the same with when they kind of pick one and then go, oh no, I don't like that one, I'm going to put that one back, I'll take another one.
Yeah.
And he's going, I don't know why I do it, I just did it because I saw other people doing it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's just weird.
It's worked for someone, and someone's gone, oh, I'm going to try that. And then routine as well, isn't it? I suppose a lot of things. Exactly, it's comical, but it's human nature. Everyone has routines. It's like locking the front door and then going, did I lock the front door? Yeah, I did. You have to go back and check. Doesn't feel right unless you do it the second time.
I'm so lazy, I'd rather be burgled than go back and check. I can't be bothered.
Night owl down the final corner. Deployment news as he crossed the line. 121.894. Sure, Rowden has invalidated, but that'll be Blitz just behind him, I believe. Blitz goes P2 with a 122.288. Now it's just to find who is going now. It is J7. He is putting in purple sector 1 and purple sector 2. He's just over 3 tenths up at the end of sector 2 and over the whole lap as it comes down the final straight. 9 deployment used on ERS, which it does early, 121.5. Rowden is going again. He is going again. The Ferrari in between them is Hound on an outlap.
Rowden's only got 24% ERS.
Yeah, he invalidated about half, so he might have been able to recoup a little bit. It's down to 6% now. This is going to hurt him down this back straight. It does trigger the deployment used, normally about halfway down. But this first little stint is going to hurt. It's a little bit. Hayes is just finishing sector 1.
G Mill, I think, is next.
It will be G Mill. Hayes is slightly slower in sector 1 compared to G Mill. And 2 tenths slower in sector 2 compared to G Mill as well. G Mill comes up the final long straight and he sets a 121.988, puts him P3. Hayes around the final corner as well. Good sector 3 from Hayes will bring him up to in between his top 5, top 6, top 4.
P4, nice lap.
It looks like the old. Oh no, was he improving? He was improving. I think Cedric. He did say here. Cedric in sector 1 was only 4 tenths up, and it looks like he's invalidated. He's gone in.
Yes, he had invalidated. Yeah.
Now I've just got yellows for slow-moving cars.
Yeah,
Who is further
several
ahead?
people. I think Matt's going to be the first to start.
Why is Nightowl retired? Is that in the pits? Can't see anything on track. It must be within the pits.
Matt's all right though. He should be safe at that time. Matt has invalidated already. In about 3 corners.
Is J7. Should be fine as well. Yeah, I wasn't sure how this track was going to evolve with half of the grid yet to set a time.
Has invalidated.
Reno's gone in as well now. Let's focus on the guys that haven't set a time. It said Matt's invalidated, so is Sira as well.
Sira, yeah.
Who is? That is Dodo's just on. Let's ride on board. Sit on his shoulders and let's ride on board with the mighty Mr. Saturday that we call Mr. Dodos.
I think he just got back from holiday either today or yesterday, so do know he's not had much time to do any practice. He'll probably still put in a P5 time, I'd imagine.
It's showing purple sector 1 by the game. Let's have a look. It is a purple sector 1 by the app as well. Nearly over a tenth and a half up. We get a couple now that are retiring. They're going to be happy with their time. They should be, I mean, half the grid is still to go, or just under half the grid. A couple of fast drivers in there, so they get pushed down potentially, but they should be comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a gap between them and those that are sort of like sitting from P10 down.
Purple sector 2 from the mighty Dodos, only just under 1/10 up. It looked like a good final sector as well. This should be a time to put him up into P1, and it is by a fair margin.
Yeah, first one in the 120s.
Is indeed.
Now we've
let's
got
go
Vale,
to
Kenyon,
Vale.
now we've got some, and Mikey, all out.
Hayes retired P6, should be safe. We're keeping an eye on Kenyon's time. Not a purple sector 1. Vale invalidated. What did I miss? Oh, this could
I
be
just
a bit...
went on to him and saw that as well.
I was looking down at the laptop. This could potentially be a bit hurtful. Matt, final corner, needs to keep it on. He needs a time now. Is it going to be good enough to get him out of Q1? It is at the moment P9. Sierra's going to be next across the line. Can I get down quick enough? P10, just behind Matt. Here goes Kenan. Should be more than comfortable enough time to get him into the top 3. Top 2 it is. Oh, Vale is sightseeing. Here comes Mikey. P4. One and done for these guys. And then Jono is leaving it very late. Has only just left the pits. He's got one attempt.
Yeah,
Dodo's in.
As well. Look, sorry, no, Raza gave us in sector 3. He's
it is going to be
coming
one
up the
though.
last corner.
You're not going to have another attempt after this. Yellows are just slow moving. They are 9% already, these ones. He must have had a couple of runs. It's P7 for Raza.
7.
Let's focus now on the guys that are in the elimination zone. That is Rowden, Sierra and Johnny on outlaps. Vale is in the pits.
Yeah,
he
he's
has
gonna have to get out.
Just under 3 minutes now. He's going to be in and out. What laps are we looking? Should be enough, but we're going to stay on board with, I think it's Sid. It's going to be Sid. Let's clear the data apart from the track. Put some pressure on him because he might be listening. Right on board. He's going to need a lap to get him out of Q1. Look like he's making a good improvement on his previous run. Being validated late on in the lap.
So that's retired in P13.
It should be alright with a little bit of luck. Cedric he was improvement 0.08, one improvement at the end of sector 1. He comes to the end of sector 2 and he is 0.5 up total over the lap. Raza has retired into P7 still. Sidra needs to keep remaining focused now and keep it in the track so he goes around the last corner, carry as much speed as you can, open the car up. Howard, oh, he was right on the line. Carrying his weight all the way down and up into P16. It was a good improvement of 0.8, but it won't be enough to get him into Q2.
Jono has abandoned his lap and has come into the pits.
Where is Vale? He is sector 3. He's got 50 seconds. It should be absolutely fine. Jono is out. Cedric is out. We've lost one Haas. Can the Haas of Vale get into Q2? As we are riding on board now with Rowden. Needs an improvement of, well, nearly just under, what, 0.8? Didn't see what he was doing. He looked like he was down in sector 2. I don't think this is going to be enough to get him out into Q2.
No.
It's not. He is P17. Reno. Where are you, Reno? You're there. Stay on board Reno into the final corner as well.
He needs an improvement of about a second to be safe, I would say.
Yeah, again, it's not going to be enough. It is up into P17. Go to Vale. He invalidated in his last attempt and an early dive in. He has got, is that Rubber Duck in front of him? It is Rubber Duck in front of him. Should be plenty of room between the drivers. Might even benefit a little bit. Vale from a toe down that final straight.
It's really between these two. Who's going to get the last place, I think?
Absolutely. Rubber was up in sector 1. Vale was obviously up in sector 1 as well. Could get a nice little cheeky toe here off the AlphaTauri ahead. Rubber into P11 and Vale up into P11. 1:22.108. Both drivers safely in. That leaves Brewmaster, Cedric, Reno, Rowden and Jono exiting Q1.
So this gamble paid off by 0.03 of a second. He got into Q2.
Cedric, time for another frozen cocktail. Didn't know that.
Says away for some sex on the beach.
Courtesy of the Haas garage. So yeah, we do lose Rue, Cedric, Reno, Rowden and Jono. So we will, as we're waiting for these guys for the last car to be wheeled into the pit, we will take a short break and see you in Q2. Welcome back to Q2 round Qatar, round 10, season 4. We are down to 15 drivers now. should probably see a lot of action early on. And as I say that, there's 4 pit crews out early, and that will be led round by Night Owl once again, with the Aston following behind of Syrah.
Yeah, there's loads of cars coming out early.
Hound and Rubber Duck and Mikey are all leaving the pits. Normally doing Q2, you get people to come, because obviously the time shortens down. It goes from 18 to 15 to then, what are we, 11 or 12, is it Q3?
Minutes 12.
12.
Ah, there they are. I really should put my light on. It was light outside when obviously we started this, and it's starting to dull down a bit. Curtains are closed, and I'm like, where are my glasses? Where did I put my glasses?
On your head.
No, they're not on my head. They are actually sitting right next to my controller, and I'm looking everywhere else for them, going, no, they're here somewhere. Old man problem.
It is absolutely tipping it down here.
Is it?
Yes.
I'll mind you, I think I saw the forecast. It's meant to be tipping down with you until I think tomorrow night. Scotland had sun today. It was actually quite a pleasant day. No, it's not often I get to brag, but there you go.
My in-laws are going to Scotland next week for 10 days. They're going up there, travelling around.
Was that for information or a warning? I keep my head
take it
down
as you want to take it. No, they're just going around up there with the dog for a 10-day trip, visiting a few places. Night Owl invalidated. He invalidated, so we are on board with now Syrah, I think, is the furthest ahead. He was, but we're getting a couple of purple sector 1s. J7's just taken the fastest sector 1. He will be going behind, and then it's followed by Syrah taking the purple sector 2.
Excuse me.
As Mikey just triggers the fastest sector 1 of the session so far.
Night Owl has also invalidated. Vale is off and into the barriers.
Oh no, Vale.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Question? He's bringing it back on the track now. I think he actually saved any wing damage as well. He kind of went sideways and then...
I could tell, yeah. He's not, he's not reading any damage, but he must have just...
Yeah, no, he did a good job of saving it.
Absolutely. J7 on, here's a new fast lap on Scrubs, followed by Hound, also on Scrubs. The majority of this grid will be on, by what I can see, scrub tyres. Vale is the only one that's not, but that spin off and into the gravel will not help his tyres. Mikey, no, 9%.
Mikey, yep, he went fastest there. Hayes' car is doing an awful lot of jumping about the screen, like very badly lagging. Oh wow!
It is, yes.
Jeez. Sorry, I don't know if you're still on board with it, are you?
Yeah, I can see that. He looked like he was off and then on, then off, then on.
Yeah.
Then goes P2 on scrub sets as well. Vale is going again now. I wonder if he's got himself... Nope, he's just starting. Must have gone off early on in the lap.
Yeah, it was. I hope Hayes gets that sorted out before the race, because that is horrendous. I've never seen him have that issue before.
Yeah, hopefully that's just a spike.
I am and crossing the line. Vale breaks the 2-minute barrier.
JT Blitz, I definitely didn't smash the wall. Well, if you did, we missed it, so we need proof that you did, please. Gmail, fresh tyres. He's just coming out of his outlap now. We will stay on board with Vale, or is that Night
so.
Owl? It's Night Owl. I think, or is he coming in? No, he's coming in. It is Vale after the spin and into the gravel. No damage given to the car. Tyres are now sitting at 5%.
If there's anybody listening that is in a party with Hayes, can they please tell him his car is going all over the place. Even in the pit lane, it kind of jumped in and out. Well, actually, Kenyon's car followed him in, so hopefully Kenyon's told them.
I'm sure if the drivers would have known, they would have, yeah, absolutely relayed that information. As Vale goes P4. Dodo's is there. Blitz is further ahead. Gmail is the furthest one ahead again on fresh tyres. Dodos are on 6%, so they will be scrubbed. And JT Blitz, I cannot see. He's being very secretive. So JT Blitz round the first few corners, hoping he can get himself a decent time on this lap without having to put another tyre or another fresh pair on. It is a purple sector 1 issued by the game, and it'd be lying. He's not far off, but it's not quite the fastest time. Dodo's has set in the first, or our fastest purple sector of Q2 by 0.007. JT Blitz is following Gmail around as well. This is looking like he's putting his car right in between the apex.
Gmail heading for the line now.
And it is a 6. As followed by JT Blitz, who's at P11. Where is Michel Dilders? Fastest lap of the race so far, and that is a 1:21.085, and they were on scrubbed tyres.
I think Raza must just be waiting to kick on a set of fresh tyres and just go for one lap.
Hound just leaving the pits. The Ferrari driver on a new fresh set of softs. Night Owl is following. In suit, the 3 that are just starting sector 3 now will be coming in. They've got 5 minutes. So it gets out again. And that must be the Aston Martin of Syrah as well. It is. So all of those dodgy scrap sets will be now thrown away, returned to Pirelli for their inspections.
Then recycled into condoms, I think. Oh, what happens to them?
Extra grip.
Mm.
For those ladies that like the friction. A selling point from somewhere.
Just looking at these times, there are some very big. Oh, Dodo's
Dodo's
decided.
happy. He's happy. I
Yeah,
mean, I would be as well.
He's not need to go back out yet.
No, he's done 2 runs, and that is it. Vale also happy with the 121.547. I mean, yeah, these are all
Yeah, well, you've got
good.
you've got a group of 4 there, all in the 5s, and then there's 6 10s clear of the next driver down.
You're
so
probably looking at what 21.8 cut off.
I would think it'd be about that. Yep.
These guys are more than capable of improving. Definitely when they put on their soft or their extra.
Soft.
Extra. my auto cue's not working.
Right. Give it a thump. It'll be fine. Hit it with a hammer. G7 also retires, so
all of these
yes.
guys should go quicker with their fresh pair of softs on.
Why did you not just say that in the first place? I would have known what you're talking about then.
Yeah. Antfo's cut-off of 121.2 was a bit optimistic. I'm struggling to get my words out today.
Did you buy your fox teeth off Amazon or something?
Wish.
Ah, that makes more sense. Right, Night Owl is improving. I'm trying to work out who's further round. Is it him or...
It's Night Owl, then Hound, and then
Right.
Syrah. So Night Owl, I cannot see if he's improving at the moment.
He was slightly. I think he'd improved by 3
He
tenths,
has
I think.
improved up to P4. That should be his time that's safe enough. Let's go down to Hound as he's on his
Hound
way.
is crossing now.
Syrah is improving at the moment.
Hound
He's
goes
doing
P2.
a good lap so far. He's nearly 0.9 up at the end of Sector 2. That will be a good chunk of time. Can you get him into the low 21s? Into 22.079 P9. As I think we should now again focus on, and we are on board with Hayes. Hayes looks like he's a little bit more stable.
Well, maybe it's car is. I don't think Hayes has ever been deemed as being stable. Has he? Not really.
No, his car looks a little bit like him as well, unstable.
Yes, no, it's still jumping about a bit crazily on my screen.
Yeah. Hopefully that's just us.
Hopefully.
Do not know, but... Who is furthest ahead? Matt is round, followed by... Oh, Raza is followed by Matt. So Raza's the first one round.
Yeah, might have got a nice toe down the
I'm mainly
main
focus
straight,
on these
yeah.
guys down the bottom now because I can see their times. Excuse me, as Raza comes round this looping sort of like square sector in sector 1, which is just the right-handers, followed by the right-hander. And in sector 1, he's 26.938. It is a personal best in sector 1 for Raza.
I quickly glanced on the map and I swear it said he'd improved by 3 tenths through sector 1.
I haven't seen Matt's time just yet. Another personal best by Raza.
Yeah, that's improved by nearly 6 tenths through sector 2.
Doing a good job.
22.3. It's still not going to be enough to get him into the top 10 though.
As a final corner, opens the car up nicely to get the power down early. DRS is wide open. Crosses the line up into P9. Where's Matt going to go? Because P11, we lose Matt. Is a good improvement, but we lose him. Back down to Blitz. Down the final straight. He's not improving as it stands. Oh, he does improve by nearly half a second. The app was lying to me. P2 in dodgy old territory. Hayes. P10. But we got Odin and Rubber Duck yet to come. No, Rubber Duck has pulled off.
Odin's improved by over 3/10 through 6 or 2, which will be enough.
Odin. Oh, he's wide. That is wide.
He's
invalidated. So Odin and Rubber Duck
I think he'd done enough.
Out. Followed by Matt in the Ferrari. Syrah is out. And that's the second Aston Martin that we lose. We will not have any in Q3. And then Blitz as well. Unfortunate for Odin and Rubber Duck, the last laps weren't linked together and invalidated on the last. And Matt did improve, but just missed out. And I mean, again, from the lap leader, we lose our top 10, our 0.9, and just over a second away. Close times, as we always say in this league, they are close. It's credit to the league, credit to the drivers. But unfortunate for some. We'll take a couple of minutes break and we'll be back. Into Q3.
We had a bit of a Ferrari Alfa Romeo battle going on coming out of the pits there. Brown decided he did not want to wait behind Mikey. Night Owl is now also flying on his outlap. Mikey just seems to be chilling, taking it easy, and not destroying his tyres.
So we've got a prediction from Anfo of a Kenyan pole with a 122.50. He has been quite quiet so far in quali, we know, but he had obviously done more than enough to get into Q3. This is where we're going to start to see maybe some of our faster drivers start to apply a little bit of pressure.
Oh, right, I just read it and I'm like, I thought you said a 122.5 and I'm like, what? That's a bit of an insult.
So they're not all. Hound, who we're on board with now, his tyres are on 10%. 10%. Vale is the only one, and Kenyan actually, that are out on the fresh compound.
Setting the bar early then.
I mean, realistically, in Q3, it's got to the point where all the track should be as fast as it really is going to get.
Yeah.
Use your first one to... should be nicely warmed up as well. There's only a 30-second gap in between the qualies. Lay it all on the table. Show everyone what you got. my case, not a lot.
I wouldn't even need a table. Just, you know, probably a
You
coaster.
need a
You know.
magnifying glass.
Mm.
Mikey, fastest in Sector 1 as it goes, but he's slow, There's
Yeah,
yellows
he's
from
backed out of
Mikey.
it.
It was a good chunk of a Sector 1 as well, the purple, but I'm not sure what happened, but the yellows appeared. He's now on the go slow. I don't know if he had a moment coming out, but did not see. Back up to Hound, who's just coming down now, triggering the DRS down the straight.
Right, so Gamer is invalidated. So not very good first runs by some.
No, Hound invalidated. I missed that as
Yeah.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Night Owl is the furthest one, 121.928, which is a good one.
Gmail.
Good laps on 16% softs. Razzo invalidated. Mikey was on a go slow. J7 is end of Sector 1 now. Hayes just, not Hayes, sorry, Vale just further ahead. Who's invalidated as well.
Vale's invalidated.
There's some invalidations coming out early, thick and fast. We're sticking to board with J7. Slow moving cars again in Sector 2. That's the Ferrari with Hound. J7 round, the fast couple of corners. Kenyan fastest as it stands in Sector 1.
Yep, he's just come up to the last corner now.
Goes J7, should be P1. It is P1 with a 121.770. Kenyan on the fresh tyres. 120.617.
You weren't far out, Anto.
He is a second gap from P1 to P2. Most of the guys will probably be coming in now because of the invalidations that we've seen.
Mikey's just coming round the last corner now. He's putting in a banker lap anyway.
So Mikey, they are 6%, so they are semi-fresh. P2 into the 120s as well, 958.3 away from Kenyan. Who's that now? Is that G Mill?
Gmail, yep.
P3, 121.378. It's a good lap. Sticking aboard with Dodos. He is on the fresh. For the fresh tyres, he's had 3 runs now, all of them being 1 lap each. One and done.
Yep. Vale, as we thought, has dived into the pits.
So it's not a fastest Sector 1, it's 26.5. It is fast, but just off the fastest. That is validated.
Yeah.
It's now just going to be a reset for all of these drivers, I think. Everyone out there is either coming in or invalidated. Hound is out on a hot lap. This will be super fresh.
Dodo's time when he crossed the line was a 120.665. So 500ths behind Kenyan.
What's he doing now? Is he going again? No, he's invalidated. Has he missed the pit?
Yeah.
Or he got this and next and didn't realise? Or
I think he was too far going
it's
too
a very
quickly.
early slip road in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Around here, but that's unlucky. I mean, he's got 4 minutes 20 seconds now, so he should have plenty of time to get in and out.
Yeah, he should be able to get in and Get another set of boots on. So Hound is the only driver on a fast lap.
He is. There is some others that are following now. He's the one that we're going to stay on board with. He's the one that's pushing. He's putting in personal sectors. So these are fresh. He is going to get an absolute cheeky toe here, I think, from the McLaren ahead. That is Hayes. It's an absolute lovely toe. He goes P2, 120.795. Who's furthest ahead? It will be Vale. Who's that Red Bull over there? Is that J7 just going slow, warming up his tyres? Oh no. Vale has seemed to... He's turned off. He's flashing on the rear of the car. Let's go back down to Hayes. He's also turned off as well, so not happy with certain laps, or... He was definitely flashed around that last corner, but it seems to be off now, so maybe some tactic that these guys are running, turning off through certain corners.
Vale still seems to be burning in some parts.
Yeah, absolutely. There was definitely flash. Vale was
invalidated.
Stopped, yeah. Hayes is obviously putting in personal bests. And the final corner for our McLaren driver. Where are we going to put him in the top 10? It is going to be P6. J7. Yep, because Vale was going slow. He would be going now. His last attempt. And retired in the pits in P2. Yep. We're up to J7. He is improving. He's improved by just over 3 attempts in Sector 2. Gonna need a good Sector 3 to try and compromise his top 3 into the 120s. Can he do it? Oh, he can do it. 127.79 moves Mikey down, but Mikey is out on a fresh pair of... Oh, he's on 76, so he's got time to go again. Gmail, who is that? That is Razza just starting now, and then that is Nightowl following to start his last lap. So that will be Kenyan there as well. Mikey is pulled out, but he's got time definitely to cross the line and go again. He's got 30 seconds. Dodo's is about to cross the line as well, so we'll go on board with Vale.
Vale, yeah, he's on Sector 3 now.
Personal best from Vale so far around this lap. Across the line, he should be up into the top 5. He is P5. Then it's going to be working out who we've got. G Mill. Improvement in Sector 1. He didn't improve in Sector 2. He's actually lost all of his time in Sector 2 from the improvement in 1. Good. Yeah.
To improve, so.
It's actually 0.60 down over the whole lap at the end of Sector 2. He does improve in Sector 3. He actually puts in a personal and fastest Sector 3. Who have we got?
Night Owl.
Sorry, Night Owl. It is Night Owl indeed. was P6, and then it will be jumping up to our current leader, Kenyan. Can he cement his place even more? He does.
Yep.
124.44. Dodo's has invalidated. Oh, Dodo's will start P10. We will see Dodo's P10.
Is that?
Yep, and that is that. We do see our current leaguer taking pole position in our round 10 race in Qatar with a 120.444. An easy and a fairly comfortable gap from P2, but also a very good lap from Hound with a 127.95. Very close behind him is J7 into the 120s, 0.799. Mikey finishes off the 120s in with the 129.58. Fail 121s all the way down to P9, all 121s. And unfortunately, Dodo's with no time set through invalidations on 2 attempts. That completes our qualifying round Qatar. We will take a few minutes break, T and a P for everyone involved, and we'll be back for a few short minutes. Welcome back, everybody. We should have the countdown for the drivers. We do not see it, but we will be on the way within a matter of seconds. Yes, Anfrey. We're trying to sell you Qatar tickets. We get commission.
Wait, what?
Really,
Do we?
No, we don't really.
I was going to say.
I think we struggled to, obviously Sid struggled to get a race intro like we normally do. So, you got that instead. But we are in a formations lap that we will just trigger onto the live screening so we can go through the tyre strategies that we will be seeing on track.
Vast majority on hards.
So as we said, during quali is very, very harsh on the actual car itself. It runs a lot of fuel. You do have to overfuel quite heavily round here, anywhere from normally 2.5 to 4 laps. It can be very, very harsh, and the tire degradation is not the best.
Well, Jono might find that to his peril because he's starting on the softs. He's the only driver to do so.
I mean, what did we see? We saw at the end of a hot lap, or the out lap and the hot lap, it was nearly 8 to 10% with low fuel.
Yeah.
Heavy fuel is going to kill those softs very, very quickly.
So only one of the top 12 not to be on hards is Raza, who selected the mediums. But yes, by far the vast majority of drivers have selected the hard tyres. Cedric has rebelled. He's gone medium, as has Matt. So I expect to see Sid and Matt, what, P2 and 3?
Yeah,
by the end of lap
absolutely.
3? I would think so. If not, I'm going to be sorely disappointed, frankly.
So yeah, it's no surprise that the majority of the top 10 are all on the same tyre compound. I mean, you got nothing to lose when you're down there. I mean, Jono's personally is probably a bit of a bigger, too much of a shout for me, but the medium compounds, you just reverse in your strategy normally, and you can potentially have a little bit more of a chance of making up a couple of places.
I'd say for Jono, unless there's a safety car in the first 5 laps, those softs will soon, particularly on a full fuel car, they're going to be dead.
Just wait for these guys to line up on the grid now. Most of them are behaving, getting themselves on the mark properly.
Well, I'm just going to put pressure on Rhino, and I'm going to go on board with him on his return.
Odin has been disqualified a little bit out of his box as all the drivers are now lined up. We will go on board with, I think, Hound, as we do have the trigger of the lights. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and round 10 is underway. Round Qatar is a good start off the line by Hound. He's absolutely surpassed Kenyan. Kenyan's got a little bit bogged down. He's got J7BP up the inside as well. Hound takes the lead. J7 gets his nose just ahead, or is Kenyan going to fight back? He is. Kenyan is just remaining in P2. He's definitely lost out Hayes. Oh, we've got contact between. That is the Alpine.
Falling to the back.
Raza. Alpine and Raza. So that is, sorry, G Mill and Raza have had to come together. They went off to the gravel. Both avoided the wall. But have they avoided any damage? We will just have a look on the app. We have Remaster front wing damage. He's actually ahead. I wonder if he got caught up somewhere, but he's let his Alpine teammate go through.
Yeah, it's Raza that's fallen all the way to the back of the grid from P8.
No damage from Raza at the moment. The only one is the front wing of Remaster, which I didn't see what caught up.
Oh, Matt
Odin and Matt have gone.
Are out.
How have they gone? Both. They have absolutely gone. Don't know if that's a coming together.
I was about to say, Jono's soft tyre strategy paid off because he's up 7 places from the start.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. We've lost Matt and Odin. I'm assuming they've having some sort of altercation or coming together.
Yeah, we've got people diving into the pits already.
That will be It's quite unusual to see that amount of guys that are in the pit, so they... Are they getting rid of some wings?
Just tire changes for Gino, I'm trying to see.
There is a wing for Jono.
Silla's getting a new wing
And
as well.
Odin spun in front of me and didn't
then.
ghost. That's unlucky, Matt. That's just... Unfortunately, what can happen on this game, the ghosting is there to try and avoid that, but sometimes it's just not quick enough. Definitely if you're following that closely under a race start. Unfortunately, we've all been there. We've all been caught up in those type of situations. So unfortunately, that has brought out a safety car early on lap 1. Most of the grid won't change. There's a few more mediums on the track now, but that's just due to having some wing changes, which I didn't see on the apps. They must have been really minor.
There was 3 of them, definitely. So, on his debut, Mr. Reynolds Reject is into the top 10, and Rowden has also improved 8 positions.
That's it. Cedric up into P12. There's a couple of lost. G-Mill got a little coming together with the Alpine that's following behind him now. But it will be very, very shortly. And Jono lasted 1 lap on, well, less than 1 lap on those softs.
Yeah, he needed a new wing as well, so
yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't see where these wings were coming from.
No, I didn't.
Damage,
I mean, I can't even remember who I was on with at the time, and then suddenly I just saw Matt and Odin had DNF'd, and that was it for me. That was all she wrote.
So Hound started. It's a shame you just can't trigger replays, because he had an absolute brilliant start off the line. I don't know if Kenyon got a little bit bogged down coming off the line, because J7 in the Red Bull came alongside, so he also made up time on him. But it's not a brilliant run into turn 1 here, but by the time they got into turn 1, Hound was over a car widths away.
Yeah, Dodo's has also moved up 3 positions. Rubber Duck up 6 as well. So yeah, we've had some big gainers from all of that. And unfortunately, a lot of losers. Both Gmail and Raza Gamer down 7 positions each.
Yep. That is unfortunate. We should see the safety car come in this lap. There should be no question about it. Should be nice and easy. Hopefully you should see the call very, very soon from the safety car.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Obviously we haven't questioned weather around here because it's Qatar. There is literally no chance of rain whatsoever. Not even on the app, it's just saying there's nothing. The Hound is leading. It's a bit of a difficult one to choose around here. Do you go early? Do you go late? It's a very long
it's
run.
It's a long straight. Seems to be leaving it late.
It does. Kenyon no wobbling behind. He's quite aware that at some point he's going to go. It's probably going to be another couple of wobbles from Hound on this bit, and then away he goes. And he is gone, he is gone. Kenyon's been caught a little bit more than what J7, Night Owl and Mikey have behind. So going to turn 1, Kenyon is still chasing the lead. Hound is leading. The cars follow you nicely round. You get some nice camera angles around here chasing. There's no movements yet. They're all looking. It's quite a hard track to overtake. There's some potential into corners, but most of the opportunity is going to be down that long DRS past the start-finish line.
It's getting quite bunched up from Rowden backwards here. I think that's...
Razzo is up past G-Mill. Mikey's got Vale for company. And Dodo's is up into P7.
Going 2 abreast at the back here with Blitz and Raza.
Let's go back down to the back. Blitz Razzo is following Rowden. Alpine is there. Roommaster looks like he's past Cedric. Cedric is off the track and he's also got the Aston Martin going down the inside. There's contact between Syrah and Cedric. There was a little bit of a bumping off track, it looked like, between the pair. The Haas ended up going extremely wide. And now is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
I don't know what's happened. He's got 6 places since the restart.
Now we've got Hound and Kenyon side by side. There's a little bit of contact. Hound keeps his nose in. Kenyon's keeping his McLaren firmly in place and he just slots in just behind. Rowden picks up an early free, lap 5. So we've got contact between the pair.
Between Rowden, yeah.
Does. Razza gets himself ahead. We've got Jono and Reno side by side, and the Alpine's gone through as well. Remasters, I can't keep up with the tracks. We've got Dodos and Hayes going side by side as well. Hayes has got himself ahead of the Merc driver.
Front Kenyon and G7 are sticking closely behind Hound. I was still sticking in there as well, but it's just slightly further adrift.
DRS isn't able this lap. As there's no movements in the top lot at the moment. Starting to get a little bit of a train. You might see the P1 driver get a little bit swamped just because of the sheer distance of this DRS.
Silla's got back past Renault Reject. He's also fallen way, he's way off track actually. Yeah, he's dropped 7 places as well, so...
Cedric, we've got 2 seconds away from P17 Arena. Renault Reject. Oh, Syrah makes a little bit of a late move down the inside of Jono. There was contact down the inside. I think Jono's going to get himself going again. It may have just compromised his exit a little bit.
Gaps at the front are fairly standard. Okay, did Hayes get past Dodos? I just noticed Dodos just dropped back down to 8th.
It did, but that was a previous lap. As Remaster gets up past the Rowden and the Aston Martin, he's now being chased by both Aston Martins, but Rowden's now going to get DRS. Sorry, Syrah's now going to get DRS. And he's up past the Alpine driver as they go, as Remaster manages to hang around the outside. It's a lovely move. Well respected by both of them.
Battle going on with Blitz, Rubber Duck and G-Mill. Points, yep, there's 3 wide. I can barely watch.
They are. Looks like Blitz may have potentially picked up a warning, but he slots himself back in as the Alpha Tauri comes back down the inside.
Yep. Raz has joined us as well now. As
they're all fighting for positions, it's staying as it is. Oh, Russ has just had to let off the little bit of gas. Needs to be a little bit careful going up the back of the Alpine of G Mill. As they stay in tandem, and now Blitz, he's gone into the wall. And Blitz brings out, you're not the first time you're going to hear this, but Blitz brings out the safety car.
Second safety car in 7 laps.
It just looked like there's a little bit too extra power down around that exit of the corner for Blitz, and it's just a little bit of a loss of the back end of the car. Pulled over to left hand side and straight into the wall. Unlucky. I hope your wheel is remaining intact.
Bowden got held up. We were double stacked, him and Sura, unfortunately. But I don't think it's affected things too much.
Absolute killer for these top 8 drivers. They were put in a beautiful gap.
Jono who's stuck on another set of softs.
Unfortunate, really. Both safety cars being brought out by, you know, just a loss from the drivers. You should see one of the hards. They're probably going to mediums now. They'll probably turn into a double stop. Oh yes, absolutely. Just been viewed Matt's crash.
Oh right. Don't know where you saw that.
No, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those ones where the car appears in front of you like instantly sideways, like just out of a cloud, you know, like a cloud of smoke.
Yes.
So mediums for our leader Hound. It will be followed and replicated by the majority of the grid behind it on the hard compounds. Should see everyone come in really.
Yeah, we are literally in. Those that haven't went in already, so.
No comment from Blitz. Blitz, it looked like you just lost it on the exit. Easily run done round here. They are very, very fast corners. And oh, Jono.
That's me just seeing Matt's clip as well. And I mean, you've got to think, I'm surprised that car wasn't ghosted.
Yeah, it depends on what the time was, really. I suppose they all do it by how long he's sitting there. I don't know, but unfortunately, we don't know. You don't get that information, do you? Just get that. Hopefully, it's ghosted. So, Remaster is leading this race now, only just because he's come under the safety car into P1 due to pit stops, but his mediums are 21%. So they are going to feel bad compared to those lovely fresh mediums behind.
Gmail has also gambled on the softs.
He has, but they are already 80%. They say 0 laps, but they are probably used from quali. They are 8%. And then the rest behind are Hards of Rowden and Cedric. They are 3%. They've done a lap.
Nice exchange in equal chat. Odin apologising to Matt, saying there's nothing he could do. Matt saying no worries, matey. At the end of the day, it happens. What a lovely harmonious world we live in sometimes.
It does. And there's that thing, you know. It's a game, we're only within that parameters and coding of the game. Some stuff is out of our control. You know, someone doesn't purposely sit sideways on the grid or on, you know, on a corner. Just one of those things. That's why we try and put ghosting on. Sometimes it doesn't want to work, or if it does work, but it's delayed.
Matt saying tomorrow he's going to start from the back so the same doesn't happen again. Like you Like you've got a choice,
I was about
Matt.
to say, you normally start from the back anyway, so it's not an excuse.
So,
Made it sound like he normally starts from the front. Who's Luke?
yeah, I know. Shut up. Need my fingers.
So let's go back to the top of the grid. We'll probably see the safety car called back in this lap. Rumaster will be dictating it.
Matt calling out Sid for the
Blames
realistic.
Sid for not giving the car he needs. What
Yeah,
car?
he's basically blaming the Haas boss. I mean, nothing to do with the fact that he failed miserably in a Red Bull.
I'm about
I mean,
to say,
what
to be fair, you had a Red Bull. So you had the car you need and you still failed miserably. So I would give you a Reliant Robin next time.
I'd probably be the only one that you wouldn't roll.
Blitz, I'm still bad at golf. To you.
Go play with Matt as soon as you're both out. Matt will show you what bad at golf actually means.
Get some practice in and then we'll come beat you.
Yeah. Blindfolded. With my hands tied behind my back.
Safety car is in this lap. Remaster will lead.
Hallelujah. Now, how long is it going to take Remaster to get absolutely swamped?
5 corners at most. Depends on what type of start he has.
9 drivers on fresh mediums behind his 8-lap-old mediums. That's pressure that you really don't need.
I mean, I can see what he's doing. He's probably now just trying to stay to his selected strategy, which is the one stop.
Yep.
As we ride on board, looking behind, Remaster is gone now. The Hound is pretty much on board with him. Kenyon a little bit behind, but Remaster will lead. Hound is looking into turn 1. He gets that done. It was beautifully judged. Kenyon is now looking to do the same, because otherwise Hound could start to build himself a gap, get out of DRS before it's enabled. Around Qatar, definitely well, apart from turn 1, it's extremely hard.
Gmail gets past Rubber Duck. Rubber Duck had to take... Sorry, avoiding action
Kenyon,
right off the
has
side
he
of
got
the
it?
track.
Has he got it? He's followed closely by J7. Kenyon going around the outside of Rue. He gets it done. It's a fantastic move. It's now put a little bit of a gap between himself and the Red Bull driver behind. But Hound is going 1.3 down the road. J7 is now looking down the inside of Rue. Just hats off to him. Remaster looks like he's done a little bit more than I predicted for.
Jono gets past Rowden at the back. There's been quite a lot of battling going on at the back here, but luckily it all seems to have gone clean.
Looks like it now. It looks like Night Owl, Rue and Mikey are starting to battle as Night Owl goes down the inside. Mikey's now trying to go around the outside, but the grip is not there quite yet for these mediums. Rue's just doing enough to stay ahead.
Silla has been cut out of this battle with Rubber Duck. They are swinging back and forwards for this position. Side by side, all 3 wide now. With Razak joining in this battle as well. Oh no, it's Rubber Duck, I beg your pardon.
Mikey looks to go down the inside of turn 8. Is he going to look? No, he's not going to look down the inside of the next. Power down as Rue goes a little bit wide. Mikey goes down the inside. There's a couple of times that the drivers have tried that and it's worked. It's now Vale looking around the outside.
Silla is literally in an AlphaTauri sandwich. I know Reject has joined onto the back of this as well.
This is now Vale looking down. He's going to look down the inside. He's not going to look down the inside, sorry. He's going to line himself up for a run down the long straight. A little bit of ERS open as he gets himself past. As it now looks like Dodo's. There's going to be 3 or 4 looking at Brewmaster down the inside. Hayes is now there as well. And there's 3 positions lost. Dodo's exits the track but comes back on and slots in behind Vale and Haas. Just I said earlier, I was like, when you do commentary and you have to describe everything that's going on, I feel like I'm selling sheep. Like an auctioneer.
Well, the nearest we've got to anybody Welsh is Matt, really, and he's not racing anymore. Oh, Doros is up the inside of Vale, but Vale's not giving it up.
Yes, we're going to go back down to the back here now as we focus on the top for a long time. We've got the AlphaTauri going down the inside of the Aston Martin. This is Raza. No, sorry, it's Rubber Duck and Rowden. As Rowden cuts in, he puts his car firmly in the middle, but he's got an AlphaTauri absolutely in attack mode. And I'll tell you what, he's done a marvellous job sticking that AlphaTauri ahead. And now the AlphaTauri's about to come together.
That's been waiting to happen, to be honest.
AlphaTauris have had an absolutely coming together. Team orders is something that doesn't exist in AlphaTauri. And Razza, you need to get yourself going again, otherwise you will be stationary and you need to go, my man.
Yep, he's going, he's moving, he's moving. No, I mean, the 2 Alphas in Surrey have been battling wheel to wheel, corner to corner for about the last... well, since the safety car went in, to be honest.
Yep.
Jono gets 5 seconds.
Ooh, Hound picks up a 3. That's big in the lead for this race.
Yeah, I think I saw Surrey picking up 2 penalties in quick succession. In fact, he has. He has 6 seconds, yes.
Rubber Duck picks up a 3 as well.
Yeah, we predicted this would happen.
This is a heavy track for track limits when you start to get a little bit out of sync with the corners. Rowden is now P15. He's behind Sidrick. I wonder if he's had a little bit of a moment because he was being chased by the AlphaTauris. And then they had to come in together and now he is P15. Has unfortunately picked up a 3. He is getting used to a new controller. He did say during Thursday, I think it was. Oh, sector 3. That is a Red Bull. That is Renault reject. Unfortunately, he's round. He has got himself going again. He's doing a good job so far. 14 laps in. He has only just reinstalled the game after not playing for a good period of time. Audio is scary.
Dodos picks up a 3. What audio is scary? What?
I don't know. It's fixed itself. Okay, thank you guys.
Oh, unless it was that clicking.
It sometimes does, or it does white noise sort of thing occasionally, I find. Thank you, Blitz. We meant Trev's voice, but I was going to say it's a bit harsh.
Sexy is the descriptive.
So they misspelled scary. Sexy.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's typo. Cedric right on the back of Rubber Duck. Good to see Cedric fighting for places.
A good job. He is doing a good job so far, and that has up into P13. Oh, he looks like he's right on the limits of the track, though.
I don't know if you noticed whilst you were seeing about the...
Sorry, go on.
Whilst you were seeing about it being scary, but Dodo's also picked up a 3-second penalty.
Here goes Sid down the outside of the AlphaTauri of Rubber Duck, up into P12. Billy Barry, what happened to Blitz? What do you think? I'm only joking. Yeah, Cedric up into P12, now being followed closely by Rubber and Rowden. This is where I've always told Sid I think he starts to struggle a little bit when he's leading a pack.
Yeah.
When he's...
Vale,
that is Rubber round. It was
Vale
an
has got
absolute
past.
ballet moment, but he's got himself going. Hopefully he stayed out of the wall. He
Vale has got past Mikey. But the top 3 are 3.5 seconds down the road.
Yep, we will go back to the top lot now.
I would imagine Mikey should get Vale back here because Vale will obviously not have DRS.
No, the front 3 seem to be just fairly swapping positions as Thunder. Mikey into turn 1. Vale trying to stick around the outside, doesn't. Slots back in, a bit of a potential on the inside, but it's very, very difficult in turn 1. Dodo's following very, very closely with Night Owl just prowling behind.
G Mill is in the pits. But then I think he put on soft as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So he's now doing a stop towards the end, which these mediums are probably going to have to. Brewmaster is still out in P9. They are 50%. Hound leading this rate. They are on 35%. And the rest are just about that mark or just behind. So what we had, 6-7 laps since the restart. So yeah, these guys are definitely going to, well, they're probably going to have to pit, otherwise they're going to be horrendous. Cedric and Rowden, 25 and 32% on the hards. They could go to the end. They will start to struggle towards the end.
Gmail is past Rubber Duck and back up to P14. Oh, we have yellows.
Oh, is that Rubber Duck again? It is Rubber Duck again. He may be worth trying to come in and get rid of those tyres. Yeah, Raz's got front wing damage. Got Remaster in now.
Oh, Rubber Duck's round again.
He is
probably just giving himself rear wing damage because he pretty hard smashed that.
Where is my main Rubber Duck?
He's right at the back and he's now got going again, but I think we'll... Yep, and that's... Yeah.
No front wing, he needs to get himself in.
Well,
those tyres were absolutely roasting.
Fun again.
He's going in. We do have yellows. He will be in. He's just getting himself corrected. The race is never over. We know what the racing can be like. Get your wing changed. If he's retiring for whatever reason, he's proof, please, gents. If you can tell him if you're in his party. I can't see his full info, so I can't see if he's got any damage. If he's got rear wing damage, please clip it.
I've got big news, Ollie.
Have you?
Big news. Cedric is in P10.
He's in the points. He's in, well, say he's in the points. He's always in the points in PRL, but he's in the proper points.
And Hound is in the pits.
I did see that. He's the first one to make the call.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blitz. Yeah, Hound is the first one to make that call to get onto the fresher tyres. We said they were going to have to pit. Said they were going to have to pit, and he has made that call earlier on than the rest of the grid. We'll see. It'll be interesting now to see if the rest of the grid can follow. We've got Kenyon chasing J7BP. Are any of these going to make the call? Surely, as it stands, the Hound's just going to start eating away a little bit of time on these guys. They stay in. Oh, J7 makes a late dive into the pits, leaving Kenyon out by himself with a good 4, nearly 5-second lead on P2. Is he looking to go to the end? I can tell you the race leader at the moment is on 40% tyre degradation.
It's a big ask.
Now got fresh mediums chasing him down for now, what, 10 laps?
Well, I was just looking to see if Sid and Rowden were going to come in, but they've stayed out. Oh, we've got yellows again.
That is an Alpine. They are moving indeed.
Was it G Metal? No.
I think it was. No, it was Rue. It was Rue. It was Rue Master, but Vale and Dodos have come in as well. They are also, well, just left on the fresh mediums.
Yep.
We'll get the tyre strategies up. Just so you know, Hound up into P5 past Syrah.
Rowden has got past Cedric.
Sid has now got Vale in close proximity behind. Is there going to be team orders now? Newer tyres. Vale, is hunting for the lead. As, yep, Cedric lets that, opens the door for Vale to go down the inside. Minimal time, if anything less, lost. And he's got a Aston Martin of Rowden in front of him.
Oh, Dodos with another 3. That's going to be expensive.
Oh, we've got diving in now from the Aston Martins. As Dodos gets past.
Sid has come into the pits and is now out on his fresh mediums. As has Rowden. Sid somehow has lost 3.5 seconds to the back of Rowden.
Yeah, I wonder if he was very, very cautious down that pit.
It was possibly that, and the fact that he kind of didn't want to get involved in the battle with Dodos and Vale, which probably cost him time.
Kenyon's in. Kenyon is in. Where is Hound going to be in relation of Kenyon? They are a few laps older. Kenyon will have a little bit of a run, but will the gap be there into the last few laps? That is going to... Traffic as well. Is it going to be is it gifted it a little bit to Hound?
Yeah, but bear in mind, Hound's also got a penalty,
and
that'll come in to the equation near the end. Kenyon's went to softs. He's looking to fly for these last 7 laps.
Yeah, so softs might die quite quick. That's my only worry compared to the mediums.
Yeah, I mean, J7 is on just a set of 2-lap-old mediums in front of him, and he's got nearly 3 seconds over Kenyon at the moment.
Yep. Mikey, interesting to see what Mikey's going to do. I mean, he's got quite a nice little lead, nearly of 10 seconds. I know they're older, but with the laps remaining, could he stick it out and go to the end? He's not got a bad lead. We know someone like Mikey is, it looks like, I think he's electing to stay out.
Yeah, I would say so, because he's also got Hayes behind him.
They're 52%.
And we know that Hayes can make his car very wide when he needs to.
Is Kenyon going to catch the back of the Red Bull and the Ferrari before they could even get sight of Mikey? It looks like it. Yes. He is on the back of the Red Bull virtually already.
Bad news for Dodos. Dodos is now on 9 seconds of penalties.
Oh, Dodos.
There will be a Team Williams team meeting before tomorrow night.
I'm going to say this is a win for Mikey as long as he can stay, keep his nose clean, and no other outside effects. Because Hound has got that 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, once he got 10, 13 seconds over Hound, including Hound's penalty, so yes.
Yep. Kenyon looks like he is. Oh, he's there.
Yeah,
he's going to be at the end, DRS.
J7.
The softs are superior for the first few laps, so I wonder whether they're going to be an overlap. Well, if it's going to repair. I mean, they're 11%. So one of those was used ones. But they're only 6% less than what the mediums are. From in front of him. He has got DRS. He will take. Well, it said purple. Well, it's given the fastest lap, but I haven't said any notifications. It didn't show up on screen for me, but I saw the track highlight purple.
Oh no, it did. It came up. Okay,
that's fine. Yeah, it didn't. It didn't normally flashes above from mine, but it didn't.
Yeah, no, it did on mine. It came up purple on the track guide and also across the top of the screen. Hound is now just 1.4 off Hayes. Yep, I think you're right. As long as Mikey doesn't, his tyres don't start to go too much and he maybe picks up a penalty, Mikey should have this.
Yeah, we know what Mikey got in his locker. Not necessarily the quickest, but he is very, very consistent. Knows he's got a fairly good lead as it stands. He's got some traffic in between him, and he's also got some penalties. Go back down to Night Out and Syrah. They are very, very close. Syrah's just best off just keeping an eye.
Dodo's with another 3. I don't know if you're getting
notifications. I'm not getting any notifications.
Right, well, that's Dodo's now on 12 seconds.
Okay.
He seems to be picking up 3 seconds just about every couple of laps at the minute.
Yeah, I'm not getting any notifications of that stuff,
right.
So can you please keep me informed? Much obliged.
Yep, absolutely. Dodo's just... Oh, Vale's got past Dodo's. I was waiting to see Dodo's on the back of Vale, but that's because Vale's not long got past them.
It's a lap 25.
Hound is now right on the back of Hayes. And as predicted, Hayes is making that McLaren.
Hayes will make that McLaren as wide as physically possible.
Yep. But that's letting Kenyon right up to the back of this as well.
Oh, there's contact between the pair, I think.
Yep, Hound is through. Kenyon is through.
Not sure what's going on there. And Hayes' connection is not brilliant. It's not stable.
No.
It looks a little bit jittery, so it's always hard to make a clean pass. But again, even looking at Hayes' position as well, he just needs to keep himself out of trouble.
Dodo's with another 3. My goodness. 15 seconds.
Oh, this is going to kill Dodos.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back to now. Hound has got what we are on to lap 26 to 29. We will have 3.5 racing laps left. It is 6.
Kenyon's hit the back of him and he's
spun.
No,
who's hit the back of who?
Kenyon hit the back of Hound.
Oh.
And it just sent Kenyon spinning. I don't think he's actually got wing damage, or it's not shown in the game.
There is no wing damage. No wing damage picked up.
It was a weird spin. He just literally seemed to tap the back of him. And then it was mid-corner. I don't know whether he then tried to put the power back down, but his car just spun off towards the wall. That's dropped into P5. That is his hope of victory and a
P5.
podium
He
over.
is just out of the pit lane. Renault Reject has left. He's in P12. Renault Reject has left the sessions while sitting in P12. A good return so far for him. Be a shame if he loses out to people behind him who can gain quite quickly under AI. Kenyon gets up into P4 after his teammate lets him through. Mikey's mediums are on 69%, but he's doing a fantastic job. He's not even... he's just dropped into the under 6 seconds now.
I would say with the gap Renault Reject's got. Oh, his car's pitting him. His AI's pitting him. That's nasty.
That's
Mind you,
horrible.
17 lap old mediums. They're
They
probably
can't do
extremely
it. They are
warm.
67%. But the logic from the computer still does it. He will always pit you because it just looks at the tyre degradation and go, yep, you need to pit.
Yeah.
You are too slow. So fresh softs. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Is that Rue? It's Rue. No front wing at all for the Alpine. Not been a great or comfortable race for Rue Master. He's not going to be able to get around here either. You won't have anything called on track. It's far too late in the race. So we go back to the top. 72% Mikey. He's only 5.1. He's doing a good job. He's only losing about a second a lap, so he's got fairly comfortable at the moment. Syrah is in.
So Renault Reject, sorry, not Renault Reject, beg your pardon, Remaster just went so wide at the penultimate corner, but opted not to go into the pits. But then he's got a massive gap to the cars behind him, not so much now that Syrah's coming out on a set of soft, but had he pitted, it would have dropped fairly far down the order.
Yeah. We'll see J7 and Hound potentially have a little bit of a ding-dong on the last run to this lap. Easily within DRS. Kenyon 2.8. Kenyon is going to want to push a little bit more, try and eat that time penalty away that Hound's got to potentially take a top 3 position.
Ace, Dodos and Vale are all a line astern. He's also 19 lap old mediums. I mean, they must be pretty worn as well.
Yep. Move for Wales there as well. Oh, Hound and J7. No changes there whatsoever. As Dodo's is up past. Oh dear. Oh, it looked like Dodo's has braked, and the sheer amount of braking that he's applied has turned his car right. And I think he hit the side of Hayes. Didn't see anything happening. I think he just braked too much and lost the end of the car.
Unfortunately, the camera angle it gave me at the time showed me none of that.
No. Just like he had too much braking and the car veered off. But unfortunately for him, it was going to hurt him anyway. He's got 15 seconds of penalties. As we go back to the top, 1.8 now.
Mikey should be okay. It's just if J7 can get past.
Okay. Mikey's definitely got it in him enough to stay consistent, and he will stay probably come the end. I think it was a very, very good race call from Mikey to elect to stay out where the others are pitted, and he will stay ahead.
Dodo's with another 3.
It will be Mikey to take home the crown in round 10, followed by Hound, but he will drop. Will Kenyon pip Hound? He doesn't. 0.137. As Val comes in home P5. Dodos will be P6 across the line, but unfortunately will drop.
He's got
probably down to P9.
Seconds. 18 seconds penalties, poor Dodos.
Gmail up into P8. Good solid race. P7 actually for Gmail. Good solid race from Gmail. He started P7, he finished P7. Good race indeed. As we see, Dodos will drop down to P9 as it stands. Syrah will take home and stay P10.
Sid will jump Rowden over the line.
Rowden will finish P11, but will jump, like we said, P11 for Cedric, up 6 paces. Rowden up 7 still. Remaster up 3. Reno is in control of his car. He is back. He is up 5 places. Remaster will come home P14, up 2 places. And Raza Gamer down 7, and Jono to cross the line also up 4 places. Driver of the day given to Rowden. Not sure, we'll get back to you. It will probably change from the driver's point of view from the comms. We'll discuss after. But that is Mikey leading away after a really good last stint. The last good 10 laps or so. He braved the call, didn't pit, take home P1 with J7 coming home a solid P2 and Hound hanging on regardless of his time penalties to take P3. Kiernan came home P4 marginally, and Vale qualified P5 and stayed P5. Nightowl P6, and that is then Gmail P7, Hayes P9, Dodo's P10 after P9, sorry, after 15 seconds of time penalty. 18 seconds of time penalty, sorry.
Yep.
Syrah comes home P10 after starting P12 on the grid. Cedric up from P17 to P11. Rowden P19 up to P12. Reno Reject P18 to P13 on his return. And Remaster from P16 up to P14. Raza unfortunately down from P8 to P15, and Jono in a Mercedes from P20 up to P16.
Well, I have the race director, but there were so many incidents on it. I only managed to go down it once and back up once. That's all that I had time
Everyone can
for.
slow it down if they need to.
Yeah, yeah.
So there we have it. That is round 10 for Equal Season 4. Please join Cedric and Trev again for comms tomorrow for Realistic. The last window for some drivers to either claim their target, finish their target, or get beyond their target. Some drivers, unfortunately, are well out already, but still take part in the race for a good showing and a highlight for next season. Or next window to show themselves. If you did not, you haven't paid attention. Yeah, you haven't paid attention, which we know some people do not. Please check out our official announcements and sign yourself up for Realistic next season. You have to acknowledge the sign up to be included for the next 5 races. That is the cut off of Monday at 9 o'clock.
Yes, Monday 9 a.m. It's just because we'll put another reminder, I thought, during tomorrow evening's race, just in case anybody hasn't, to give them time to get their names down if they haven't already.
Good. So if you haven't done, please go over there now, or when you're reading this or listening to this tomorrow morning, please head straight over there and get your name down if you haven't done already. And we shall see you all tomorrow for the Realistic tier. Goodbye.
Bye now.